Hi friends, thanks for joining me. I have another layout for you today using the splendid 2024 May kit, and this kit is called Hello Weekend, and there are lots of fun elements regarding things that we might want to do at the weekend. So there are fantastic acrylics, stickers, puffy stickers, as well as those beautiful pattern papers. And in fact, I'm going to create a layout today based on a couple of photos from last weekend here. And I'm going to make a big tag. It's something I've done before, and I do like to have an interesting background if I can. But just when I get stuck for ideas, I do kind of revert back to things that I know have worked for me in the past. So as you can see, I've taken some white cardstock and I've just snipped off the bottom corners. Just make sure they're even. And then I trimmed it down to go over this blue patterned paper. And I chose these photos because of the bright pink background. We went into a photo booth, which actually turned out not to work. So we took the opportunity just to take a selfie. And then I took a picture of my friend in a cocktail bar where they'd got really pretty flowers and tropical leaves. So I thought, why not? It definitely was not the weather here in the UK. So to make my tag more interesting, I've used some of the shimmers in the May 24 colour kit. And I'm using a brayer to apply the colour to the background. But equally you could use the packaging technique if you do not have a mini brayer. The reason why I use a mini brayer is because I tend to have more control, and you do get a completely different effect, so it's entirely the mood that I'm in really. So just to add a little contrast, not too much, in fact I don't know if you can see at the end. I thought I'd mix the teal and the yellow colours that came in the colour kit too. But I don't want it kind of the original colours. I had a play earlier in the day, and I did manage to make a kind of a lime green colour, which I thought would contrast well. I did need to make sure that everything was dry before adding this on, because that would make it a lovely shade of brown with the pink. So I do need to let that dry now because it's a kind of glaze, so it will take a little bit longer to dry. So with every tag I do like a reinforced punch. So I'm going to pick a paper to just add a little reinforced hole there. It's a little bit of detail, but I don't know, it just feels finished then, doesn't it? So I'm deciding what to put on my layout, and I did like this frame that comes in the main kit. It's a cardstock sticker. It's like a pretty orange colour, and I just took the sticky off as best I can so that I just can move it around my page while I'm deciding. So I'm just going to mount my photos. Sometimes I go for a single mount, sometimes I go for a double mount. I think I've just got a single one today, and one hasn't gone on straight, I can see now. Oh, I do have a challenge with things going on straight. Anyway, if you haven't taken a look at May kits, you'll be really surprised, I think, by the variety in the kits this month. As I mentioned earlier, there are acrylics in the main kit, as well as these beautiful cardstock stickers. There are layered stickers as well, which I used on my last layout. And then there are alphas, which I've not used yet, and they've got a pretty sort of glitter finish. Just to add more interest in my background now that it's dry, I'm going to use the stamps that came with the colour kit this month. And they're kind of a grungy mixed media stamp, I'm going to say. So I'm going to stamp with shimmers that came in the kit, just for a watery effect. But of course you could stamp with regular inks, or if you want that watery effect in a different colour than what you have, you could use one of your distress inks, for example, and then spritz water onto the top. And what you might want to do first, because you don't want too much on the background, you can stamp it off first onto either some cardstock, paper, or onto your messy mat. Because I just wanted some very tiny detail, just wanted a very light touch rather than a solid image. So it's really easy to clean up as well when you're using shimmers. So I'm speeding things up a little bit. So I've now stitched around the edge of my huge tag. Oh, I like big tags and I cannot lie. So I've just used some seam binding, which I've previously wet and dried. So it's all kind of a bit rustic and crinkly, which I really like. So I know I want to use the word hello weekend, or the words hello weekend. So I'm just deciding, rather than making one long word as it was in the packaging, I'm just going to set it one above the other. And off camera I have fussy cut those fabulous flowers off the patterned paper, just because we're nice and bright, and it does go with that background of from the photo booth. And that lovely rainbow tag is out of the main kit as well, one of the cardstock stickers. So what I'm trying to do is pull the blue from the background, which was, you can see on the photo, so it matched my photos really well, which was lucky. And then I'm trying to pop the front with different colours. So there's a bit of blue coming through from the background, and then I'm just trying to attempt to get lots of pink on there with some contrasting yellow and green from the leaves. Well, that's what was happening in my head at least. So really, it's just a case of just embellishing. And I love the vellum die cuts that we've had in the embellishment kit this month. Very partial to a little bit of vellum. The reason why I fussy cut the flowers from the pattern paper, and we have vellum flowers as well, is because I like the contrast in textures. I love the way that the vellum has that transparent feel, and then they kind of allow the background to show through. And then I've fussy cut the flowers and die cut some flowers using this month's die, and it just gives lots of texture, I think. But you can see that I used one of the fantastic butterfly stickers, washi stickers, which came with the embellishment kit this month. So I've just tried to use a variety to just to add interest. So I've covered up most of that frame, of course, but I think it gave me the opportunity to put that flower cluster together. So I'm aiming for the fronds to radiate outwards, and then tuck in as many little flowers and elements as I can. So I've got some of the die cut fronds there just to tuck in, and then I'll just add more of those washi butterflies going up the page. think I've left my edges open so that I can tuck things in afterwards. So that actually means just more flowers, please. Ooh, these came in the embellishment kit this month, which are enamel dots, but they have a kind of a glittery finish. So whilst I continue embellishing, can I just remind you that if you are a subscriber, you receive a 15% discount on all add-on kits, which is fantastic, and they'll ship for free with your main kit. And you also enjoy free cut files every month, and there's a great variety of cut files to choose from. And of course you have access to all the back catalogue as well. There are so many different kits to choose from each month. You can really make the most of your subscription. So it's really worth subscribing. And if you like the video, you could actually hit the like button for me. That would be fantastic. And if you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, then you will see the new videos that are shared by the team every day. So you'll never miss out on all the fantastic inspiration from the team. And if you are using the kits, do check out the albums in the Facebook group, because you'll see so much inspiration and ideas from both the team and our customers. So you'll never be stuck for an idea on how to use the elements in your kit. So off camera, I did add a little bit of detail up on that right hand corner there, and I also added some more splatters just to really kind of bring everything together, I think. And just a little bit of detail. I really hope that you like the big tag idea, and I would love to see what you do. So if you do create a layout based on that idea, I would love to see it in the Facebook group. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.